What's going on, everybody? And we are live. I'm Johnny K. Picks. Alongside me, I have Cody from Blood Money MMA Bets, and we are going to go over our picks, predictions, bets for UFC Austin, Kattar, Kattar, however you want to say it. I'm probably saying it wrong, versus Emmett. So how's it going, man?
Good. How are you today?
Pretty good. Long day at work. Ready to talk some MMA? Let's go.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. I've been dying at work the last couple of nights. It's been like heat wave here, and there's been like 108 degrees in the factory.
Damn. Yeah, we've been. I was gonna say we're in upper 90s up here, maybe mid to upper 90s. So
terrible, dude.
Crazy.
I can't wait till this is over, the heat wave.
Yeah. So let's go over a little bit of 275. What was your favorite and/or worst things about it?
Let's see. I don't know. I mean, it was a good card. You know, it was another weird card. I mean, the Yuri Glover fight was crazy, dude. That was one of my favorite fights ever. The whole time I had that. I had the Steve Garcia fight or under 2.5 rounds parlayed with the Glover fight don't go to decision. And like I'm sitting here with my girlfriend watching it, and I'm like, all right, it's gonna finish, you know. And they're just going crazy in the first round, crazy in the second round. I'm like, all right, man. Yeah, I was like, it don't matter. They're gonna finish. Then by like the fourth, I'm like seeing that they're not gonna finish each other. I was so shocked. And then he got that finish right at the end. But that fight shocked me, man, that it didn't finish earlier, and then that Yuri choked him out. But it was a great fight, man. That fight made the whole card worth it to me. Also Santos, I think she beat Shevchenko, and I think Jacob Malkoun beat Brandon Allen too. Mm-hmm. Like they clearly won rounds. You know what I mean? Like I thought that Malkoun won the first and second, and then Allen won the third, and I thought Santos won the first three. Shevchenko won the last two, but the judges didn't see it that way, as you per usual.
Yeah. I mean, with the Allen Malkoun fight, I thought Allen won that, and I know it was really close, just because Malkoun just didn't do a lot when he had like top control in the first and second and third round, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
So to me, like it could have went either way. I wouldn't have been mad or say it was a robbery one way or another because it was close. But I did initially thought that Santos beat Shevchenko, and I was like, ugh. I didn't rewatch it. I don't want to rewatch fights unless I'm going to do tape study because I'm like, I'm just going to get more mad about stuff. So I'm like, I'm just remembering it fresh in my head. So I really thought Santos did like edge out
first
Shevchenko.
Three.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. And then, I mean, she might even have won more if she didn't break her orbital bone with that headbutt when they clashed heads, man. That would change your fight. Because like, you break your orbital bone, you're not going to want to get punched in that. It's going to change the whole way you're fighting your fight and stuff. But
and she couldn't see out of her right eye or left, whatever eye was.
So she
was like doing one of these, like trying to do, and she's getting hit in the same side.
That would suck, dude.
Yeah. So another one I really like just missed on was the Liang fight, dude. I was so mad at that. Like that was like, I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be one of those nights. I have a weird feeling, and it definitely was for me. So
yeah, that Liang fight was terrible. It's just like she didn't even try. How was she 17-5? Like she didn't even try to set up a takedown or not. She just ran at her with her eyes closed, head down, got shucked away.
And then just like throwing punches like this, like not even, I'm like, what are you doing out there?
Terrible, dude.
Terrible. That was just a bad bet. But she had like the easiest path to victory. And she did like the worst performance out of the whole card. Dude, it was awful. Even worse than Garcia's performance.
Yeah. They'll have it's just terrible fight IQ, man.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like you got to go slow. Like in coaching too, like your coaches should tell you, man, work your way in, set your shot up. You don't run at somebody with your head down, eyes closed, arms out like a freaking mummy. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, she definitely made my fade list, so I will never bet her again.
Right.
And you gotta live and learn sometimes on your bets, so it happens.
Right.
But let's see who's in the chat here. We got Saba coming up. What's up, man? How's it going?
Saba, what's up, bro?
And it is Calvin Kattar.
Calvin Kattar. Yeah.
Kattar. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start saying that. So I'm sorry I messed up like both my videos. I'm like, whatever.
It's a weird last name. I've never seen one like that.
And then Saba thinks that Allen didn't win. I mean, like I said, it could have went either way for sure. He had Valentina 48-47. I mean, if you think like damage was like king that whole card. So the judges were all about damage. And maybe Valentina did more damage, but She probably got the champion bump, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the one judge having her 4-1. Like when they announced it, and that was the last judge, and they said 4-1. I'm like, they gave it to Santos. I'm like, because she clearly won 3, and I'm like, maybe they gave her 4 or 5. And when they said Shevchenko, I'm like, what? Like, there's no way. There's no way.
Insane. What's up, Burns? He said Valentina had to headbutt her, grab the fence, and kick her in the balls.
She did kick her in the cooch.
I got greedy and took money away from Madalena and put it all on Liang. Yeah. I swore, like, I was pretty confident during the week. I'm like, Liang is just going to get that one takedown, and then it's going to be over. So I'm with you, man. Don't feel bad. We all messed that one up.
Yeah.
And then what's up, Victor? He's here, but he can't chat. He's at work. How's it going, man?
Victor, what's up, brother?
Appreciate it. Broke bets. A lot of sloppy IQ moments. Yep. Steve Garcia was another one, and I was mad because he was another one of my confident picks. I'm like, man, I think he's going to go out there and just outwork Mashati, and nope.
If you think about it, he pretty much did the same thing Na did. Like, he came out, threw a couple punches, shot a crazy takedown, couldn't get it, and like held him up against cage for a second, almost got takedown, and then like circled out and then got just finished.
Yep. Yeah, at least he actually got to hit Mashati once. Pretty good.
Yeah, he got to touch him. He got to touch him a little bit.
Yeah, that's about it. Other than that, Liang still wins in my book. How bad it was.
Yeah, I had the under on that Garcia fight, so I was super stoked about that. That it went under. I just thought it would beat up.
Valentina's takedowns, Liang, Glover's guillotine. That was another bad one. Brennan Allen's grappling. Yeah, I thought he had decent grappling. His takedown defense wasn't that great. I thought it was going to be a little bit better than that, but he did a lot of reversals, and he got up a lot, too. So his takedown defense, I would say, it was a good fight. Yeah, like you said. Let's see. No one saw Mashati winning. I mean, I didn't. I knew he had potential, but he's just really young, just kind of raw. But, I mean, clearly he has the power and the knockout ability.
He has hands, definitely has hands.
Oop, I missed one here. Joseph Blood Money.
What's up, Joseph? What's up, man?
Saba said Choi also has a fight IQ of a Dunkin' Donut. I mean, dude, what I don't understand, like, he's like a champion kickboxer or boxer, right? Or something like
Muay Thai.
That.
I think Muay Thai.
And then, like, he just looked rough, dude.
Dude, he fell for the same combo every time. Josh Kulabau threw an overhand right, put his head down, and came back up with the left hook and hit him with that like 5 times. And then Choi, during each of them exchanges, he was just putting his head down. He was a little slower. Every time he got dropped, it was the same exact combo, and it was the same exact him trying to put his head down, and he was missing his punches, and Kulabau was hitting him.
Yep. What's up, Omar? He said cashed out on Santos mid-fight when she turned to the favorite. That's a good time to do it.
Nice, man. Yo.
All right, let's go through here. Let's see. Donovan said, caught you guys early this time. Good show as always. Thanks, Donovan, for coming out.
What's up, Donovan?
Effie's in the house. What's going on? Let's get it.
What's
we got
up,
bangers
Effie?
this week. Yes, we do. This is going to be a lot of good fights.
Like,
not a lot of big names, but good solid
fights.
Like all of them, like top to bottom, actually.
Yep.
And
because this is like a regular ESPN card instead of an ESPN Plus card. So they always make it. And then like I think they were supposed to do some more on like ABC. And then they put together almost pay-per-view events because this is pretty good. I mean, if it could have a little bit better main event, it could be a pay-per-view card,
True. If they would have put like maybe a couple more like ranked guys at the top, that could have been a pay-per-view fight for sure, or a card.
Yeah.
But I missed this one. Saba said Fialho. Yeah, make Jake Matthews look freaking great.
That was shocking. That was shocking.
Great. I'm going to be betting Jake Matthews from now on.
That's why I stayed away. Yeah, and he's more of a grappler, you know what I mean? But it looks like, and that dude's going to be, he's 27. He's been in the UFC since he was like 19. So he's just going to get, but he's like one of them dudes like Charlie Olives, dude. He's took some losses in the UFC, but he's going to get better and better. Like Charlie Olives, he was fighting when he was like 19, 20, 21, against grown-ass men with 30 fights, and he was getting beat up. But now he's the grown-ass man, beating people down, man.
What's up, Dirty Reg? He said Kulabau was fast like a mongoose. Yeah, he was way quicker than Choi. Choi couldn't even catch up.
He should have tried to grapple him more like he did in the third round.
Yeah. Whatever.
And then they still tried to give him the split decision. Could you believe that?
Oh, that was a pre-written scorecard.
Bro, 100%. He got
100%.
dropped 3 times in the first round, 2 times in the second round. The third round he won with, but I was praying for it. If I would have hit that, because I had him with Welly Zhang in a parlay. So if I would have hit that, it would have been nice. I mean, I still won 215, but I would have won like 500 had they gave him that cheap split.
Yep. Let's see. Saba said, I will never understand if you get knocked down, you would rush in and swing. Yeah, that's not a good plan if you get knocked down. You want to just try to recover, grapple up against the fence, do something, but don't free swing. Yeah. And hope for the best because you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got beat at his own game. I'm good with the loss of props to Matthews. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. And he showed some toughness too. He got rocked a lot in that fight too, but I still like Fialho. He just needs to work on a little bit more. He needs get a little, develop a leg kick, develop something else than just boxing.
He needs to develop a fucking fight camp. The dude just keeps taking a fight on 1 week notice, and that's okay with some of these dudes like Van Camp or whoever he fought last time. But when you got a dude like Jake Matthews and them, man, these good dudes, you got to have a full fight camp. You got a game plan, watch some tape, figure out, you know what I mean? Figure out his holes. You can't do that in 2 weeks, week and a half, whatever. He just fought like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yep. What's up, Barca 57 fan? That fight was a war. Yes, it was. It was fun. And then we got one more coming in here. We'll do the JMV Gamer. What's up, man? Fialho, Garcia, Backer all fought the same. Everyone going for power shots, standing in place, and not enough jab. Yep. Yeah, all of them are like that. They don't use their jabs. They just like their hooks and power shots. So they're just power punchers, really.
Denaz got that left hook, man. If you can't land it.
He landed it a lot, but he just... he got outlanded too. So
Kang's tough. I had the over in that fight, man, and that was pretty easy because nobody ever really got rocked. There were some decent shots landed in that first and second, but nobody ever really got, you know what I mean, dropped or anything, even wobbled. So I was pretty happy about that.
All right, so we'll go on to the card here. So we'll do the first fight, which I'm just going by Tapology. So Phil Hawes versus Darren Nguyen. Who do you got? Mighty Midget?
Man, I got Phil Hawes. I'm sorry. I got Phil Hawes, and to me, he's a lock on the card for me because Darren Nguyen, dude, is 5'6" with the 70-inch reach. Phil Hawes is 6 foot with the 77-inch, 77.5. So he's gonna have 6 inches of height, 7.5 inches of reach. Darren Nguyen, his only way to win, usually against anybody really, is to get the takedown, try to get some control time, little baby ground and pound and stuff, but he's not going to do that. Phil Hawes is an NCAA wrestler too. Phil Hawes is bigger. I feel like he's going to be stronger. He's got way better striking. He's got way better power. And I believe that maybe in the first round, Darren Nguyen might be able to land a takedown or two, but Phil Hawes has, and I don't even know if he's going to, because Phil Hawes has really good takedown defense, but he's got really good jiu-jitsu too. I really like Phil Hawes here. If you watch Darren Nguyen, he couldn't even beat Darren Stewart. You know what I mean? He could only take him down like 1 or 2 times in the first round, and then after that, Darren Stewart started stopping his takedowns and just beat him up. And that's Darren Stewart. He's not a wrestler by any means. So I really think this is a lock. I mean, the only thing that worries you about Phil Hawes, and it's weird because everybody says Phil Hawes has a suspect chin, but I don't even think he really does because he got knocked out by Marquez, right? He got fucking head kicked in the head. Like he got head kicked coming up from a grappling. And then Chris Curtis, obviously he's got power. You've seen him knock out Brendan Allen. He's knocked out a lot of people. So I know he got stunned against Imavov a couple times too. Imavov's a freaking beast. Like what would Imavov do to Darren Nguyen? You know what I mean? What would Kyle Dawkins do to Darren Nguyen? And he beat both them guys. So I don't even see a path to victory. If the only path to victory Darren Nguyen has is to take him down and hold him down, and that's not going to happen. So because he can't even do jiu-jitsu. Darren Nguyen's arms are like that long, and he can't sink the hooks in because his legs are that long. So give me Phil Hawes, man, and I don't know if he's going to finish him, but he's gonna piece him up standing up, and I think this goes to the ground if Phil Hawes wants to take it there. Like I know Duran's has like a better collegiate wrestling type background, but they both got it. But Nguyen was real good, but in the cage is different because Nguyen likes to shoot in double leg takedowns and stuff, and Phil Hawes is just gonna go up against the cage, get an underhook, spin him around, and then beat him up. So give me Phil Hawes by either decision or finish, and I have him in a couple parlays, of them.
Yeah, I got the same here. Like everything you said, like he's going to have the huge advantage. I think he definitely going to have the way better striking. His wrestling is probably on par with Nguyen at worst, and he has better BJJ too. So to me, like this fight, like it's almost too good to be true. If you want to say, almost like, man, like this is almost a no-brainer. Like especially at minus like 225, 250, somewhere that range. Like,
I think he's like minus 270 now, but
okay. I think I got him at like minus 230, but still, like you said,
that's a good line. That's what I got him around.
Yeah, this is the minus 250 range fighter that you want to take that has like all the advantages. Is going to be the bigger fighter. I just don't know how unless he gets like a freak knockout, like, you know what I mean? Like that's the only thing I can think of.
The round wins his arms like is that long
with the little T-Rex arms. Yeah,
it's not that. It's definitely.
I don't understand how this guy is a middleweight. Like I know he was even like a light heavyweight.
Bro, he can't even. I'm worried that this fight ain't even gonna happen because he can't even make middleweight. Last time I think he weighed in at 194 when he fought Arroyo. I think he weighed in at 193 or 194. Like you should be at 155 murdering people, but instead it's like. He must not like cutting weight but it's weird because you're a wrestler, so you're probably used to cutting weight. But yeah, man, I don't think he wins. I just hope he makes it to the fight.
True. I want this fight to happen because I want that Phil Hawes win because it's gonna happen. But yeah, I got Hawes to win by decision. That's what I said. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a knockout or something. Because I see
Broke Bets said something about like Phil gets gassed after one. He looked good, man. He actually out cardioed Kyle Dawkins in their fight. You know what I mean? In the third round, they was back and forth the whole fight. And in the third round, he was able to take Dawkins down and beat him up a little bit where Dawkins, didn't even really get up. He was kind of tired himself by then. So they had the Amava fight. Of course, he held him up against the cage a lot. But I like Hawes, man. I really do.
I like Hawes fight. Too. Yeah, Broke Bet said Darren wins in the Habib training camp. Yeah. He's nervous, so.
Yeah.
That'll help him. We'll see. I need
he just don't have the attributes, man. Yeah, like if you were building a fighter on UFC, the game or whatever, you would never build fucking Darren Nguyen at middleweight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like terrible.
Maybe bantamweight.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Effie agrees with Broke Bets. He's worried about Khabib training camp as well. I mean, it's something to worry about, but like I said, I gotta see it.
Phil Hawes he's a badass wrestler. I'm telling you, Phil Hawes. I don't know if he was an NCAA champ, but he was something like that. It was definitely something like that. So he's going to be able to at least stop the takedowns or get up. He's not going to get held down.
Exactly.
Hopefully.
The Burn said Darren's going to gas in the round, and then when he can't control Hawes and get beat up. Yeah, I could say that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm going on.
Yep. Nick Alexander, what's going on, man? He said Hawes.
What's up, Nick?
I think he thinks Hawes is going to win.
Yeah. Nick knows his stuff too.
Dirty Reg is playing a sneaky 10-1 submission shot on Hawes. That's a good.
I like that. Mearshart submitted Nguyen. Once Nguyen gassed out a little bit in that third round and shot a sloppy shot, Mearshart choked him out.
What did he do? Rear naked choke? Do you know?
No, it was either a guillotine or one of the. I can't remember exactly which one. I'd have to look, but he choked him.
Rear naked choke.
Rear naked. Yeah. So I mean, that's actually a pretty good play right there.
I just don't know. Like what submission he can do because he's like he has no neck, he has no arms, he has no legs.
Okay, so Hawes was a junior college national champion, which is good. So I mean, like I said, he might get taken down, but you're gonna scramble back up. And plus, his jiu-jitsu is better. So yeah, good. So yeah, thanks, Nick. Nick found it out quick.
Yeah, Dirty Red said, only chance to win is a drag out a greasy decision, which that's the only way. Yeah, that's it. It's going to be like a close split decision. Like that's the only way he's going to win. So I don't want to put my money on that. So
right.
I don't even want to take a sprinkle at that. Like it's not even worth it. I'll do it at different fights.
No, I think he's going to finish win in the third round by either TKO or submission. Because just think if Darren gasses out a little bit and then Phil Hawes takes him down and gets on top, dude, he's going to smash him out.
Yeah,
he's gonna elbow him out or he's gonna submit him. Like, and I honestly think that Phil Hawes is gonna be able to take Darren Nguyen down. Like, so I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good one though.
It is. It's just Phil Hawes all day. Like, I just can't see. I can't even make a case for win.
And plus, like Phil Hawes, like the only kryptonite is for him to lose is to get knocked out. And Darren Nguyen ain't knocking nobody out. So no. I'm there. I'm with it.
All right, we'll move on up here. We got Kyle Dawkins versus Roman Dolidze. This is going to be a really good fight. I got Kyle Dawkins here. I know a lot of people are like, Dolidze has really good grappling. Like, why do you think Dawkins has better grappling? I'm like, dude, I think Dawkins has really good grappling. Like, I know Dolidze
he's a black belt.
Yep. I know Delitze has all the championships over there in Europe and all that stuff. And I'm not discrediting him one bit. He does have good grappling, but man, Daukaus is wrestling, his grappling. He has good submissions. Like he gets submissions. Like Delitze, like he tries for submissions, but he just doesn't like. I just don't see like that. He doesn't get them a lot. Let's put it that way. So Daukaus does, and on the feet, like I think Delitze will have the power advantage, but I don't think he's going to have the technical striking as Kyle Daukaus has, and also the cardio, and also the like flaky fight IQ that Delitze has. Like I just can't trust him in this fight.
Right.
Like, and Daukaus has looked really good in this last couple fights. Like I know he went to a draw. Well, it was a Kevin Holland, the accidental headbutt, but if that didn't happen, like he would have got that rear naked choke no matter what. Like he was in the motion to do it. He would have got it. And it kind of sucked that happened that way, but he just looked really good, like his last couple fights. So I'm all on Daukaus here. So I know it'll probably end up being a closer fight than I think in my head, but I just like Daukaus here. I think it'll either be a late round finish by Daukaus, like maybe because Delitze's gassed, or it'll go to decision.
Right. Yeah, man. Delitze lost to Trevin Giles. You know what I mean? And that's not a good look. He actually gassed out more than Trevin Giles, and Trevin Giles gasses out terrible. And it was like a good back and forth fight. Delitze's got his power leg kicks, decent wrestling, and good jiu-jitsu, but he doesn't have the best takedown defense. I don't think he really cares if he gets taken down. He just rolls for legs and stuff, but he's not going to get that against Daukaus. Daukaus is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Daukaus is going to be way more active standing up. He's going to have, like Delitze has good power kicks, but I think that Daukaus is going to be able to clinch him up, hit him with his elbows, knees. He's going to be able to land takedowns, contend with that jiu-jitsu. And like you said, I believe, Roman's going to start slowing down by that second and middle to the end of the second and the third, and Daukaus is going to take over and have a big third round. But yeah, man, I'm taking Daukaus. I think Daukaus. I don't know if he finishes him. Maybe like you said, if he gets him down, Delitze gets tired in that third round, and he can get it like a ground and pound. But yeah, man, I'm with you. I'm all over Daukaus for this fight. Yeah, I got him in a parlay too.
Yep, me too. I got Phil Hawes in a parlay. Yeah. Yep. So Silva says he going with Daukaus, but he wants Delitze to win. I know it's his countryman, so I get it. JMV said Daukaus manhandled Holland, and that was good enough for me. Yep, he did, and it just sucks with that headbutt because he would have got that submission. Like,
yeah, because he's not going to gas out and slow down.
No, he has really good cardio. Daukaus also lost the match to a smaller guy in Phil Hawes. Yeah, Phil Hawes did outwork him on the feet. Did Daukaus even try to take it down Hawes that fight? Because I don't remember him trying to do that.
No, they grappled a lot. They had a lot of clinched stuff, but Hawes was taking Daukaus down. Hawes is a better wrestler. Like I can't remember the first round, maybe, but I don't think so. I think Hawes was the one.
Okay, yeah, I remember the fight standing most of the time, not on the mat. So
right.
Broke Bet said Delitze may just lay on him and with a weight advantage, but Kyle seems to be getting better and isn't one dimensional. Yeah,
he's more aggressive too.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of a way, like maybe like a knockout on the feet for Delitze. I just don't think he's going to be able to win a decision. And I think Daukaus can win by like a submission or a decision. Maybe not a knockout, but
I think the way to play this is the over, man. I think that's that because Delitze, even tired, is going to be able to defend submissions and stuff. True. Like I said, he's a champ at jiu-jitsu. And I don't know. Daukaus has good stand-up, man. He does, but I see a lot of clinching up against the cage in this fight and stuff like that. Like he tried, like Delitze tried to do with Starpoli, or did with Starpoli, except when in this, I think Daukaus is going to be the one controlling him up against the cage, and he's got way better elbows and knees in the clinch. He's going to work. Yep. So yeah, I'm definitely on Daukaus here. Yeah, Delitze is decent. All his wins in the UFC are trash though.
Yeah. Dirty Red said he thinks people are too high on Daukaus in the spot. I guess I like him.
I like Daukaus as a fighter, not just because he's fighting Delitze, but just because, like, you've seen. Jamie Pickett ain't good, but he ain't bad. He'll beat some people, and Daukaus just freaking destroyed him, made him look like a regional scene guy. I like Daukaus.
Yeah, Epi said both these favorites should cover easily. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, good, definitely.
Let's see. Donovan, what's going on, man? He says, was thinking the over too. Yeah, that's a good bet, actually, if you want to do the over. I haven't touched any of the overs so far in this card. I didn't really look at them. I think I'm just going to go with money line this week. I don't know why. I don't feel like trying to do the overs.
That's tough, man. You should know, dude. And it's in Austin, dude. And the judges are notoriously bad in Texas. Like every event, they got the worst judging there is. I put in a bunch of like over-unders kind of on this. Besides like the big favorite guys, I stayed away from like, the Court Mcgee in that fight. Yeah, because I mean, they're tough, man. Court Mcgee in that, like, yeah, that's a real close fight.
Well, and then, great. Now I got to go look at the over-unders. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, if you go look at it, man, judging decisions and stuff, robberies in Texas, they have terrible judging. Like there's always just some weird stuff. But these guys though, it shouldn't, these big favorites, I don't even think should be in that close of a fight. I mean, Dawkins, it might be at first, but I think Dawkins is going to get like take him down and get a lot of control time and stuff in that second and third, and it's going to look like a very clear victory.
True. Yeah, Nick said Dawkins decision, and then Saba says Dawkins doesn't see, or he doesn't see Dawkins finishing Delete, which I can see that too. If anything, it'll be a late round, like he's gassed submission, like maybe a rear naked choke or something like that.
Right.
All right, we'll move on up to the next one, which is Cody Stayman versus Eddie Weiland. Who you got?
I got Cody Stayman, but I think this fight's going to actually be tougher than like most people think. Because Eddie Weiland has really good takedown defense, man. The guy has he doesn't give up takedowns, and he's been doing that for a long time. Like he's a sprawler and brawler. Mm-hmm. Cody Stayman does have really good takedowns, but I don't know, man. I mean, I think he's going to end up being able to take him down and stall it out, but Eddie Weiland looked pretty decent in some of his last couple fights. I know he got knocked out by Castaneda, but he was looking good up until he got knocked out. And then he got knocked out by O'Malley, but O'Malley's way younger, way faster striking. But the fight before that, the Gregory Popovich fight, he was able to knock him out, and his hands still look good, and there's really no worry here about him getting knocked out. So yeah, man, everybody bet. I didn't bet on this fight at all, but you got to watch it, because if Stayman can't get them takedowns, he could definitely get outstruck by Eddie Weiland. And he's not knocking Eddie Weiland out. Stayman ain't knocking. He decisions everybody. But and like I said, I think Weiland's takedown defense is like 90%, somewhere in that area. So that's going to be tough. But I stayed away from this. The line was way too big. Even the over-under, because I could see why. I'm telling you, Weiland's like a good fighter. Like he's been in the thing for a while, and he doesn't look as good against these power strikers recently, because they're, like I said, they're just a little faster than him and stuff. But when he's fighting somebody like Stayman, if Stayman can't get the takedowns, it's going to be it could be a long night for him. Like Weiland's going to have way better striking. But I'm going to take Stayman. I'm going to take him by some type of like boring decision. Yeah. Maybe he does land the takedowns. I just stayed away from this fight altogether, because the price line made me not even want to really look at it. And I thought I would be leaning the over, which I am. That'd probably be the way to go, but you never know, man, what can happen in this fight.
True. Yeah, I got Stayman too, and I think it's going to be like by decision. I don't think it's going to be able to knock out Eddie. That's his his red flag for me is his chin. He just doesn't have a chin anymore after the O'Malley fight. But yeah, Weiland's gonna be the better striker, but man, I think Stayman will be able to eventually get him down and just pretty much just out wrestle up the rest of the fight. Like that's just how I see this fight going. It pains me to do it, because I actually put a small little bet on Weiland again in his last fight against Castaneda. He, like you said, he looked really good, and then he just got rocked one time, just like one little like solid punch, and then like he just went like limp, and I'm like, oh dude, like you're done.
Right.
So that's a little scary. You don't have to worry about that with Stayman. That's what I was gonna say. You don't have to worry about that. But actually Weiland's a local guy from where I'm at. He actually lives really close to where I'm at. So I actually got to at my place of business, I got to see him a couple times.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So I didn't even know he was in the UFC until like I saw something, and I was like, oh shit, you're a UFC fighter? And I looked him up. I'm like, dang. So it was kind of cool. Like I only saw him a couple times, but it was pretty cool though. But yeah, I got Stayman here. Unfortunately, I think he's gonna win like a boring decision, like you said. I think he's gonna out wrestle him.
Yeah, man.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, wrong button. JMV said Stayman, but odds are too high. Yep. I mean, they are high, but I think it's the right play. If you want to throw him in like a parlay, like I know the odds aren't like crazy great by any means, but I think he gets the win here. Like,
right.
I just don't think he like. There's a chance. Okay.
Right.
Saba says O'Malley ended Weiland's career. I mean, maybe ended his chin.
Yeah. Yeah, that was sick what O'Malley did to him, man.
Yeah. Dirty Red said Stayman easy went, or Weiland has holes in his game that has more holes in the game than underwear. That's funny. What's going on, James? He said, hi, Johnny. Hi, Cody from Jim and Amy. What's going on, guys? How's it going?
What's up? What's up, Jim and Amy? Appreciate you guys joining us tonight. And they 100%. Make some good bets too, dude. Yeah. Last week's card was just weird for everybody, but like they make some real thought out good bets, man. Appreciate you guys showing up for us.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it. Stayman looks like Walmart Michael Chandler. It's Chandler Light.
Yeah.
And then what's going on, Paul? He said Stayman inside the distance was plus 200. I take that, but Yeah,
I just don't know how he does it. He don't submit Weiland, and I don't think he ground and pounds him. Like Wyman's without his chin, he's a really wily vet, man. If you watch him his whole career, like he's freaking tough. He's a real legit tough dude. And like I said, he's fought a lot in the UFC. And again, I'm sure against some wrestlers because he used to fight like Faber and all them guys in 90% takedown or 92% takedown defense. It's pretty good, dude. And he's gonna have better striking than Cody Stayman. Like his striking's good. So it's gonna be good, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna look up his Weiland's takedown defense.
What's Stayman by decision?
It's got to be like minus 150, I would say, because that's all Stayman does is win by decision. I'm guessing, by the way.
Weiland's gonna have 4.5 inches of reach on him, 1 inch of height and 4.5 inches of reach. That'll help too a little bit. But like I said, I'm with Stayman. I didn't bet this because there is past the victory for Eddie Weiland.
Yeah, there is for sure. Weiland's takedown defense is 86%. So yeah, it's really good.
86. That's freaking and because like who's he fought? I'm sure because he's in them lower weight classes. I'm sure he's been fighting wrestlers like crazy too.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a good fight. I just think eventually Stayman's gonna be able to get him down, and that's just gonna be it. He might only need one takedown to keep him down there the whole round too. So
right.
All right, we'll move on up to the next one here. We got Denny Chavez versus Ricardo Ramos. Is it my turn? I think it is.
Is this third or fourth fight? Fourth fight?
Oh, I'm even. Yeah, I'll be even. So I think it is the fourth. Yeah, I'll go. I got Ramos here. This is going to be I think it's going to be a little bit closer than I'd say though, but because Chavez is tough, but I mean, Ramos is going to have the better grappling, I think. Striking wise, I think Ramos has a little bit of a reach advantage. And I actually like Ramos' striking, but Chavez does have some decent power, though. But I'm just not impressed with him. Like, he's kind of underwhelmed in the UFC. And, like, his last fight, because I remember that fight, except who he fought. Kai Kamaka.
Kai Kamaka.
Dude, Kai Kamaka. Like,
he fought Jared Gordon before that, too. And yeah.
But
really, he got beat by Kai Kamaka. I think Kai Kamaka got a point taken from him. That's why it was a draw. Like Kai Kamaka won 2 rounds, but there's something happened where he got a point taken from him. Okay. So that's what made it the draw. But Kai Kamaka actually beat him too.
Yeah. So to me, like I said, he's just underwhelmed. Like, I mean, I know he's a solid, tough guy, but like I just think Ramos is a little bit more dangerous. He got way better grappling, and I like his striking too. So I like Ramos here. I think he'll go to a decision. But give me Ramos, like minus 300, not the greatest, but I think it's the right side. If you want to parlay him up with all these people you think are too high, you can get a good bet. No, I agree with all that, man. I'm all over Ricardo Ramos here, dude. He's got 1 inch of height. He's going to have 5 inches of reach, which is going to help in the striking. Cause I think this would be a striking match for the most part. He has good striking. He has good striking. He's getting better. Another thing, he's 26 years old, where Chavez is 35. So he's got 9 years on him. This is his 12th UFC fight. This kid's experienced in the UFC, man. And he, like I said, length, experience, everything's going for him. Youth. He's got better jiu-jitsu. He's going to have better wrestling, and I think he's going to have better striking because Chavez kind of fights like a brawler. Like in his first fight, he looked good against TJ Brown with his leg kicks and stuff, but then you kind of bet on him on that when his next fight going against Jared Gordon, and he didn't even use them, and Jared Gordon kind of beat him up. He came in overweight though and stuff. That's when Jared Gordon finally moved up to 155. But yeah, man, and then against Kai Kamaka, he just didn't look that great. So
Ramos with the length, the reach. I believe he's going to be able to land some takedowns, take his back. Chavez is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He doesn't really show it and stuff, so I don't think he's going to get tapped out. But yeah, man, I'm all over Ramos here, man. Everything's pointing towards him being able to win. I think he's the more skilled fighter, anyways, and I think he's going to be able to take the back of Chavez and stuff and get a lot of control time and stuff like that. So give me Ramos, and I actually have him in a lot of parlays. I have him in a parlay with Dawkins. I have him in a parlay with Phil Hawes, and then I have him in my 4-fight parlay too.
Nice.
And I think he has the least dangerous opponent out of pretty much all of them. You know, like he's got to win. Ramos is young. He's 26, and he has a win like four years ago over Kang, who just won, who just beat Bakhtarov. So I mean, the dude's good, and that was 4 years ago. So you know he's gotten better since then. So yeah. I'm taking him over Chavez, and like I said, I have him anchoring a lot of parlays. And like you said, I don't think he's going to just finish him, but he wins a clear decision. I mean, the dude beat Bill Algeo, kept up cardio with him and everything. And Bill Algeo is a savage, dude. You seen Algeo beat up Brito pretty good, and his cardio and his striking and all that. And Ramos was able to take him down, get a decent amount of control time, a little bit in the third, but he was able to strike with him too, and outstrike him, held the cardio. I like this kid as a prospect. I'm taking Ramos all day. Like I said, I got him anchoring a lot of parlays.
Yeah, I'm like you said, I'm just not that impressed with Chavez. Like I know he's okay. Like he's tough. That's about it. All I can say. Like he's good at. He's just a tough guy.
Right.
But it just doesn't impress me. Like striking, wrestling, like nothing like that. So Ramos is just a more dangerous guy. I just like him a lot. Let's see. I want to get back to this. I put this up there. I passed it up a little bit. So Paul said Weiland's takedown defense is 38 at 41. So he stuffed a lot of takedowns.
Dude, that's phenomenal. And like I said, he's fought in some wrestling. I mean, dude, I want to know who has better takedown defense than that in the damn UFC.
Right.
Stuffing maybe, I don't know, BJ Penn. Dude, you're stuffing 38 to 41.
That's good.
And Stayman's a good wrestler. You know what I mean? But he's not like the craziest great wrestler in the world. He's a good wrestler, good MMA wrestler. So, man, and if that fight stays standing, man, that makes me want to throw a little bit on Weiland. And I'm glad I didn't put Stayman in no parlays because, like I said, man, the line was high.
Yeah.
If he don't knock Weiland out and he don't take Weiland down, it's going to be it could be a long night.
Yeah. Victor has Dawkins, Hawes, and Stayman parlay. I mean, I like that parlay.
I like that. I love it. I got that one with or who do you say? What? How many?
Oh, Dawkins, Hawes, and Stayman.
Oh, he has Stayman on it?
Yeah.
Or Ramos. Yeah, I could expect Stayman to win, dude, but I think it's going to be a little tougher than that line showing.
Yeah, I'm going back a little bit because there was a lot when we were talking. Stayman by finish is plus 187. Stayman by decision is minus 120, which minus 120 is not bad. I think that's the way
because if he wins, that's how he wins. Yeah.
So if you don't want to pay that minus 450 or 500, whatever it is now, that's the way to go. Decision.
Right.
All right. We'll move on up to the next one. Let me get to here. We got like 9 things up. Gloria de Paula versus Maria Oliveira. Who do you got?
In this one, I'm going to take de Paula just because, she's looked a little better in the UFC than Oliveira has. She has really good striking. Both these girls have good striking, but I like Gloria de Paula's down the middle, crisp striking, and she's got pretty decent power. If she was able to hang in there and strike with Diana Belbita, both of them were kickboxing champions from their own countries. Even though I thought Belbita won that fight, I think she's going to be able to be more than handle herself with Oliveira. I mean, Tabitha Ricci was kind of striking decent with Oliveira, and Tabitha Ricci was kind of getting outstruck by Polyana Viana. So yeah, give me de Paula, man. I'm staying away from this. Maybe the over, but who knows? I believe the Oliveira girl quit against somebody on the Contender Series or something like that, if I remember correctly. So she can be beat and stop. So I stayed away from even the over on this one.
Marina Rodriguez.
Did she quit to her?
It was a KO strikes.
Yeah.
And it was on the Contender Series. So, I mean, I would quit if I was going up against her too. So she's good.
I think Marina Rodriguez beat up this other girl too on the Contender Series, if I'm not the Silva girl. I thought the Silva girl I thought she got beat by Marina Rodriguez on the Contender Series too.
Is there 2 different Marina Rodriguez?
Maybe that's it.
Well, I mean, there could be. Let me look. Let me look real quick before. Natalia Silva has not fought in the. Oh, Actually, it wasn't the Contender Series, but she did lose to Rodriguez. It was
okay. I thought I watched that fight. Rodriguez was manhandling her, dude, throwing her around. It was weird.
She's a beast. I like.
She is a beast. Yeah. So I just got it mixed up on the Contender.
No, you were right though. Just wrong show. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Promotion. Yeah, but I got Paula here. I'm not touching this fight. I think it's going to be a lot closer than the line says. Both have really good striking, like you said. This will be on the feet probably. I don't see anyone going for takedowns. The only thing that made me go with Paula is her striking defense is actually just way better than Oliveira. She gets
it's like
she gets hit too much.
65% or something like that. It's pretty good strike. Yeah, and especially for girls.
Yeah. And then in the last fight, like you said, against Belbita, like she was doing like those 1-2s, moving left and right, do 1-2s, moving left and right. Like she was always moving after she punches. So it's hard to hit someone like that or counter if she keeps moving left or right. So if she keeps that same game plan, like I think she'll be able to easily beat her, but I'm not touching that line at plus 250 or whatever it is.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a chance that Oliveira wins. I do think she has potential. I mean,
she's athletic she's athletic and has some decent striking, dude. So definitely, because like you seen Paula get knocked out by Shannon Bays. I mean, it was a weird head kick knockout when she was getting up, but nevertheless, she could be knocked out. The other girl's been knocked out. That's why I just stayed away from this fight altogether.
Yeah, I'm not touching this one. This is one of those women's MMA fights that I told myself, like, I gotta not play. I gotta stop doing these women's MMA fights.
Plus, if you look at Oliveira's record too, man, that girl's fought like a ton of cans, like 0-1 girls, 0-2. Like if she's got 12 wins, like 9 of them are like that, just cans.
Exactly. So yeah,
she still looks good fighting though.
Yeah, she's a good fighter. She just needs to work on her defense a little bit, and then I think she'd be pretty good though.
Yep.
All right, let's see what we got. So Epi said, "Smoke break fight."
Hey, yeah.
It probably is, yeah. What's up, Adrian? He thinks you guys are. I think you guys are solid breaking down fights and fighters. Do you guys ever talk about betting strategies? We do every now and then. Not too much. Like not like we're not going to take a whole live stream and do it, but maybe we can one night if we're on an off week or something.
Yeah.
I know on our last off week, we talked a lot about different stuff. I'm sure betting was in there too.
My betting strategies is stay safe and try to win like little bits each week. You know what I mean? Instead of like gamble. I like to bet instead of like gambling. That's like how I say it.
Yeah. And I know we talked about it. Like it's fun hitting those lottery tickets, like, plus
lovely.
2,000. It's great. Don't get me wrong, but you're never going to hit those. You're never going to hit those unless you do it like, once every, 15 cards, 20 cards.
Right.
And then you're going to be the man for a week, and that's about
then you'd
it.
be hooked. Then you'd be hooked on them. You're going to be hooked on them.
And then you're hooked.
Lose the next 10 weeks, lose the money back. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like to do that. I do the same thing that you do. Like, you just win every week. Try to make like anywhere from like 3 to 5 units or more, and that's the way to do it. Accumulate.
Yep.
Real news. What's going on, man? He said UFC.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Takedown leaders is Eddie Weiland is 4th at 93.3%, only under Usman, Fiziev, and John Jones. That's insane.
Wow. Yeah, so think about that. And that's like everybody betting Stayman. That's what you bet. You're like, Stayman's going to take him down with that because that's what he does. Take him down, hold him down. But, dude, this and Fiziev's up there, but he's probably only defended 20 takedowns. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he's behind Usman and John Jones. And some people, I mean, that's dude. And his hands are good, and he's got power. I mean, I've never really seen Stayman get hurt on the feet because he's usually trying to wrestle people down. But, yeah, man, he got outstruck by Jimmy Rivera. He got outstruck by a couple people, and if he can't get his wrestling going, that he usually don't win. But I didn't know that Eddie Weiland. I knew he had great takedown defense. I've been watching him since WEC days, but because he's a sprawl and brawl guy, man. He's like a little Chuck Liddell, dude. He stops your takedowns and then he beats you up standing up, but then. But just like Chuck Liddell, it kind of caught up with him on his chin and stuff. But he's still a tough mofo, dude. So.
Yeah. Dirty Red said he wanted to fade to Paula, but unfortunately, this isn't the spot. Probably not. Yeah. You know what the spot was against Belbita because Belbita won.
Yeah, but I had a nice bet on her too, man.
We both did. Like we were all about it. It seems like let's go up here. All right. So the Paula, the pick, but Mick Marina beat you. Yep. Let's see. James has maybe DePaula over 1.5 rounds or over 2.5. Yeah, that's probably the safe play.
That's the only bet I could see is that over, but it was like it's so high priced for girls that can get finished. You know what I mean? So,
and of course, funny man Saba said the betting strategy to win a lot of money is to bet on Vera. Yep.
Catlin.
Yep, Catlin. Bet on her every
Rudolfo. Rudolfo. A lot of Vieras. Yeah.
Alberto or Alexander, if you're in here, I am sorry. Okay?
If you want to win a lot of money, dude, if you want to win a lot of money, you hack into Sal Diamato's computer and see what tickets the Mafia sent him this week to put in. You know what I mean?
That's the way to go. Just bet your account on a huge dog. Yep, that's the way to do it. All right, we'll move on up here to the next
Weiland.
one. We're gonna do Jasmine Jasoda Vicious versus Natalia Silva. I really like Jasmine to win this fight. I know it's Silva's UFC debut. She's a good grappler. She has a lot of submission wins. Her striking is pretty decent, but man, Jasmine is going to be the bigger fighter. She has really good takedown defense. She has really good takedowns, and her striking is pretty good. I'm not saying it's the greatest, but I think this is going to be like exactly like the Kay Hansen fight or with Jasmine, because they're like Kay Hansen and Silva are almost like the same fighter, almost in a way. The smaller grappler, and if Jasmine can get that takedown and keep her on top, like she was super safe. Like I wasn't even like worried. When what are you laughing at? You're making me.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat, man. These guys are killing.
You're making me lose focus. But anyways, yeah, I think Jasmine will play safe if she gets the takedowns, and she won't get any submissions or anything like that. So I like Jasmine here. I think she's gonna get the decision win. Stop laughing.
Now I'm laughing at you. Hey, you get on me. I'm not even looking at the chat. Now I'm just laughing at you.
All right, you're up. Now I'm gonna look at chat and laugh when you go. Go.
It's fine. Yeah, man. No, I'm with you with Jasmine. She's just gonna be bigger. But the thing is, I couldn't bet this. I bet the over actually 2.5 rounds. I parlayed that with the Cowboy under. But dude, Jasmine Jazz Dervicius has a loss to what's the girl's name? That just got beat up by Sam Hughes real bad.
Oh, what's her name? Reed?
The little girl. She used to fight at atomweight.
Elise Reed.
Elise Reed. You seen what Sam Hughes did to her, right? Jazz Dervicius has a loss to her, and that girl was at atomweight, and Jazz Dervicius is huge. But other than that, I'm with you. I don't think that Silva likes to grapple, and I don't think that she's going to be able to get this fight to the ground. That like if you watch her fight, even Morena Rodriguez, and I don't know if that was at flyweight or at strawweight, but dude, Rodriguez, Silva would try to take down Rodriguez, and she'd literally grab her and just throw her down. You know what I mean? And Jasmine's even bigger than Rodriguez.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I believe Jasmine, she'll be able to that other girl, Silva, strikes pretty good, not a lot of power, but she'll throw combos right down the middle with straight shots. But I think Jasmine is gonna have her reach, her height, all that. I think she's gonna be able to get a lot of control up against the cage like she did against Kay Hansen. I'm with you, man. It's gonna remind me a little bit of that Kay Hansen fight. Yeah. I think it's gonna be boring, but I bet the over 2.5 rounds, because both these girls are experienced fighters. Jasmine's like 7-1, but she had like 5 amateur fights, and then Natalia Silva, she got her 18 fights, so they're both experienced enough to not get finished. And Jasmine, I expect her to win. Her last 4 fights went to decision, and her other wins, by stoppage, were over like 0-1 girls and stuff like that. And this girl, so I expect this to be a decent fight, and I didn't bet it as just picking a money line. I bet that over, and it was like -210. It's going up now, but I like that with that Cerrone. I got the Cerrone under 2.5 for I think -160. It paid a pretty good parlay. So
yeah, we were on the same page again. So Ice Viking said, don't forget to like and sub, guys. Yeah, please like this video, sub if you haven't, for both of us. Especially, we're going to try to get blood money up to 1,000 here. So that's the next goal for us. Let's go.
That's what I was laughing at. What's up, Ice Viking? Because that's on his Tapology page. That's the way she goes. That's off Trailer Park Boys. Dude, that's my favorite show. And then freaking Effie came in and just quoted the whole thing, and that's why I was dying laughing.
Yeah. I don't watch Trailer Park Boys, so I don't know it.
Dude, if you start it, you'll not. Dude, it's literally start from season 1, episode 1. Dude, it's the funniest show ever. Like, it's literally like as a comedy show, it's got like 20 seasons. You're missing out, dude. Missing out.
Brookbet said, "Do you guys see the crazy live odds last week? Edwards was plus 400 in the third round.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Or Edwards versus Pascal. And that girl was minus 475, and I'm sitting there talking to my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, I was like, I got Edwards up 2-0. So like how? And then like one judge had her 30. I didn't, dude. If I live bet, I would have been all over that.
True.
Yep.
Omar says, if the pick is DePaulo over Oliveira, then the pick is definitely Jasmine over Silva. Yep.
Yeah, correct. And you could probably parlay them two girls and get you a pretty easy parlay too. Yeah. To be honest.
I just can't do DePaulo.
It's risque because I mean it's girls.
I like Jasmine a lot in this fight, but DePaulo though, like
I like that over too, man. At minus around 210 because Jasmine vicious. She's not vicious at all. And you've seen against Kay Hansen, you know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of like clinch control stuff like that. And I don't think Jasmine's gonna take her to the ground because that's where Silva's more dangerous at, and Silva's not dangerous on the feet. So neither one of them really are. So
true.
Yeah.
Let's see, Saba. When is the last time we saw a fucking good women's MMA scrap?
I mean, I'd have to think, but I'm sure. I mean, I don't know.
What was a good one that we saw?
Weili Zhang and Rose, the second one was pretty good.
Weili and Joanna was good until it ended. I thought it was really good. I was entertained. Like I was like on the edge of my seat. I'm like, damn, they're going hot, hard, and fast. Let's go.
Right. Yeah.
That was a good one. I'm just trying to think of one that went like 3 rounds, like a war, you know, like this doesn't really happen that much.
Dude, that Carnelosi Na fight when they fought and was going back and forth. That was pretty
good
crazy.
For like 1 round, and then it ended in the second.
Yeah. He said, I don't trust it.
Yeah, let's see. Sure Burns. I'm just going through these. Sorry, real quick. My wife liked Trailer Park Boys, which means you'll like it too. Okay, I'll give it a shot.
It's so, dude. I'm telling you, dude, you're missing out. It's so legit. It's hilarious. Like hilarious.
Effie said for some reason Nevada doesn't let them live bet MMA. Do you guys even have
what?
Nevada? Do you have mobile betting? I
prostitution's legal in Nevada, but you can't live bet.
There's so many casinos in Nevada. Like I think they like stalled all the mobile bets, like because you have to go to the casinos. I don't know if that's true like now, but I know in the beginning.
Yeah, Chukagian versus Rebus. Yeah, sorry, I just seen that. My bad.
But yeah, Weili Joanna 1 was a good one.
Hey, what's up, Josh? What's up, man? Thanks for joining us, bro.
I might have missed you if you said anything. Sorry if I did. Chukagian versus Rebus was pretty good. I mean, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I liked when Rebus went nuts that last minute, dude. She just like bit down and went crazy.
She was pulling her Chukagian there. She was like,
right.
Because Chukagian was toning it down a bit. Like she wasn't doing it as much as she usually does. But all right, we'll move on up to the next one here. Let's go to, this is going to be a really good fight. Jeremiah Wells versus Court Mcgee. And this is your turn to go first.
Man, this is a tough fight to call, to be honest. I know a lot of people's real comfortable on Court Mcgee, and I see why. If he is able, to go and just smother him and grapple him and stuff. But when they're standing, dude, Jeremiah Wells is going to be a lot faster than Court Mcgee, and he's going to hit a lot harder than Court Mcgee. So I think he has chances to win there. I don't think that, Wells is going to be able to take Mcgee down. Wells got pretty good grappling, though, man, and the dude's so explosive. Court Mcgee has looked good these last 2 fights, but to be honest, I mean, who's he beating up? He beat up that Raj Miao, whatever dude. Which he's not all that great. And then I forget who the other one. But before that, if you go watch him he looks terrible against Carlos
Claudio Silva.
Yeah, Claudio Silva, who's like 42 and is strictly a jiu-jitsu guy that couldn't get him down. You know what I mean? And that was his only way to win. And Court Mcgee never been submitted. So. Man, this is a super good fight, dude. Jeremiah Wells is so powerful, so explosive that he could end the fight anywhere. He ended at any time. He ended it in the second round. He still looked pretty strong against Warley Alves. Looked really good against Blood Diamond. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got pretty good wrestling. He's going to be 2 inches shorter, but he's got the same reach. And if Court Mcgee isn't able to grind this out and get Wells down, he has to stand with Wells. Dude, Wells could easily. He's going to have such a huge speed and power advantage. He could easily crack Mcgee. I'm going to go with Mcgee by decision because I'm going to say that he is able to withstand that first round and then he's able to wear on Wells and stuff. But He's not. Mcgee don't finish anybody, and he's not going to finish Wells. Like Wells is I believe he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, brown belt or black belt, so he's not getting tapped out by Court. So the way to do this, I mean, I guess Court Mcgee by decision. I stayed away from this bet all around. I wanted to go with the over because all Court Mcgee's fights go to overs. I think it was like his last 8 fights have gone to decision or something weird like that. But I just stayed away, man. I'm going to watch this as a fan, and we'll see if Court Mcgee, and I'll see if he really did resurrect his career, and then we'll know how to bet him going forward, who he's fighting next. But then Jeremiah Wells is so explosive, dude. It's hard to bet against a guy like that. It's not like Court. I mean, Court McGee's like 37, 38 years old, and Wells is so explosive. I know Court McGee's only been finished the one time by Ponzinibbio Santiago, but he hasn't been fighting these big power punchers lately either. So,
true.
But yeah, man, I'm going to take Court McGee by decision, but I'm staying away from that because Jeremiah Wells, I liked him at first. I watched some tape, and then I feel like Court was going to be a little bigger and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm not confident on any bet on this fight.
Yeah, I got McGee too. I was really close to picking Wells too, like you said. But man, I just went with like the experience and the durability and like the grit. Like Court McGee has all of that. And like in his last 2 fights, I know he hasn't really beat anybody great, but he looked really good. And Jeremiah looked good as well. But if you go back to who he beat too, he beat Blood Diamond, which was his UFC debut. And he has no grappling game whatsoever. He beat Alves, which was good. I'll give him that for a knockout. Because I think he was a big underdog in that fight too. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I think he was. So, but the thing about for me where I was like, okay, so Wells is gonna probably win the first round because he's really dangerous, and I don't see him finishing McGee unless it's gonna be like a weird fluky knockout on the feet. But McGee's super tough. He's super strong, and like and after that, after the first round, I think McGee can like take over and just outgrind him. I don't know if it's like up against the cage, maybe on the mat, out wrestle him, but like McGee did in his last couple fights. That's what he did and how he won by decision. I can see the same thing happening, but I wouldn't be surprised one bit if Wells wins in the first round either. So, or maybe even by decision, wins the first and third round or something weird like that. It's going to be a really close fight. But right. I did bet McGee at plus money before. I don't think he's the favorite or underdog now. I think he's the favorite. I think the line flipped.
Yeah. Oh, you got him at plus money. That's good. That's excellent.
I got him at plus 100. So I put him in a parlay with Jasoda Vicious because I wanted to parlay her with someone. And I'm like, I don't know who. And I'm like, well, plus money. Well, why not? I do like McGee a little bit more, but it's going to be a really close fight, though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let's see my boy Josh. Yeah, drop some stats.
JMV Gamer said, skip this one. Could go. McGee can wrestle and gas you, or Wells can finish or decision. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you think is going to happen, how you predict is going to happen. Because I can see it go either way.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of a gamble. It might be fun to just watch this one as a fan, or maybe because the only person getting a finish is Wells, in my opinion.
Yeah. Let's see. Joshua Dama said stats.
If he does.
In the last 2 fights, Wells landed 69 of 139 significant strikes. Tits McGee landed 12 of 38.
Wow.
Well, this is going to be a grappling match then. Hopefully. Wells, maybe first round knockout. I could see that if he does finish him. 13 of 14 leg kicks for Wells, so that's good. And then Josh said 0 of 0 for McGee.
Right.
So that's not looking great either. Dirty Red said he's feeling that 5-1 stab on Wells by sub. That could happen.
You could snatch up a guillotine or something if Court's grinding on him on the cage or something and tries for a weak lazy takedown. Yep.
And then he said 8 of 16 takedowns landed for Wells and 1 of 8 of McGee.
That's what I seen, and that's wild. I mean, that's wild. And McGee ain't gonna go out there and just take Wells down easily. I mean, that kid's he's like, and the other thing is Wells is 35 too, and he's been doing this for a long time. So he's not that much younger than McGee, but he's got a lot less miles on him. That's for sure.
Yeah. And Omar said Wells is the first underdog to go with on this card at money lines plus 100. Yeah, he was the favorite. So now, honestly, the value is on Wells now. I think this is really, it should be a pick 'em. I think he was
I think at one point when I seen it, when he first came out at the casino, Wells was minus like 135 or 140 or something like that. So he's a decent sized favorite at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. Court is a risky play for your parlays. Yeah, he is. I'm giving it a shot. It's my gut. I'm going with my gut on that one. And my brain was like, Jasmine is going to win. So it was like a combined parlay there.
Right.
And then I always think about this every time in Argentinian fights. Josh says Argentinians don't fight or can't fight.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
Real News says he might take a chance on Wells. He has a black belt, and then he's a champion in a couple different places. So.
And he's explosive, dude. That's why, I had it wrote down. I wanted to go bet on Mcgee and then I kept thinking about it, and I was just like, man, it's just risky. There's other spots on here. There's other spots though. Yeah, last week was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. Okay, we will move on up to the next one here. We got to keep going a little bit quicker. This is going to be a good fight. I'm really excited to see this one. Adrian Yanez versus Tony Kelly. I got Yanez, but man, it's going to be close again. I just think Yanez is going to be a little bit better striker, a little bit better boxer. Power-wise, I mean, maybe I would lean Yanez too, but in my picks video, I said maybe second round knockout by Yanez, but I'm thinking more and more now, it might go to decision. I think both these guys are pretty tough. The only one that might get knocked out, I think, would be Kelly, just because he might not see a Yanez counter or something like that. Because Yanez has really good counters when he gets hit, and but yeah, I don't see us going to the mat. It's going to be like a striking boxing match. I do think Yanez has a little bit better boxing, a little bit better striking. Both guys are tough, so I'm going to go with Yanez. It's going to be closer than the line says for sure. Yeah. But I do think Yanez will squeak it out in the end, and he might have the hometown judges on his side.
A little hometown cooking.
He's from Houston, so.
Yeah. I think they're both from Texas. I think Kelly might be from Texas too, or something, or Louisiana. Louisiana. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy fight. I'm with you on the line. Seems to be a little off. If you think about it, dude, Tony Kelly fights exactly like Davey Grant. They both throw punches and kicks with both legs, both hands, pretty good power. They got a lot of volume and stuff. And Adrian Yanez, he's got really good boxing, crisp boxing, good counters, good at coming forward. Slow starter. He starts off slow in the first round, usually gives it away. He let Costa beat the shit out of him in the first round, where Tony Kelly went out and just dusted Costa. He just put the pressure on him and beat the shit out of him. I like both these guys. I think this is I'm still waiting. I like Yanez, right? But he hasn't really fought no one great yet to see how good he is. And I know people think he's going to be like a champ, but man, you're going to have more than just boxing to be a champ. And if you go out there and try to just box Petroyan it this way, he's going to take you down. He'll probably outstrike him, but you got to be able to do some other stuff. But man, he is really good. His hands are good, good power, good heavy hands. But I'm with you, man. I think this fight's going to be close. I think it's going to play out close. Tony Kelly might take that first round like Yanez likes to give up. And Tony Kelly's got a lot of volume. And then if he kind of slows down in the second, but I haven't seen him really gas out. I mean, he looked still good against Costa in that second. He put out a lot of energy. I'm going to take Yanez by decision because I think he's going to land the harder shots in the fight. Well, I bet the over on this. I got it at minus 115 as a pick 'em, and I bet the over 2.5 because neither one of these dudes ever been finished. Tony Kelly 10 fights, Yanez 18. There's 28 fights. Neither one's ever been finished. They got the big cage to work with. And they're small dudes, so they're going to be able to move around in that cage, burn some time. I'm with you. I don't know if I see any grappling, but I see some big shots landed, a good back and forth fight, and I see Yanez getting a decision. But like I said, I really like that over. I really like it.
Yeah, that's a good play actually. Like I said, the more and more I think about it, I'm like, the only way there's going to be a knockout. I don't think Kelly's going to get the knockout. It would be Yanez, and it's got to be something like a counter because that's what Yanez is really good at. Just because his opponent doesn't see it coming, and that's when he knocks out people.
Right, and even Gustavo Lopez went into the third with Yanez, and I put Tony Kelly way above him, and Kelly's going to be 2 inches taller. They got the same reach, but I don't know. And if they do grapple, I think Yanez is like a black belt in jiu-jitsu too, or something crazy like that. But he never uses it.
We haven't seen it.
I think that's him. But Tony Kelly's got decent grappling and stuff, and he could wear on Yanez. Yanez looked a little tired a little bit in the third round against Davy Grant. I mean, they went to freaking war, though.
They went to war, though.
Yeah.
Basically, Davy Grant goes to war in every fight. So
yeah. Give me Yanez by decision. Not confident, not at that price. Anyways, I think he should be minus like 190. You know what I mean? 180, 190. Because Tony Kelly's tough, dude. He really is. And he's going to fight the exact same as Davy Grant. So give me Yanez by decision and give me that over, man. I like this fight to go over.
Yeah. Brooke Bet said minus 115 feels great odds for that. Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's really good odds because it could go either way. It really could.
I seen I seen on my bookie that it was minus 120 earlier, for the over. So some people must be thinking that. I like it, man.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on up to the main card here. We got Julian Marquez versus Gregory Rodriguez. Who do you got?
And this one, I'm gonna go with Rodriguez, man. I really like Rodriguez in this. Julian Marquez is good. He's got decent striking. Like he just throws basically like a 1-2. Like he's trying to hunt you down, set you up to hit you with that big right hand. Wants to knock people out. Hit you with the straight right. But he, to me, I mean, hasn't looked. I mean, he was okay before he got hurt. I think he tore his lat. Some type of crazy muscle that tore off his back when he missed a punch against DiCirico. He was out for like 2 years, but I didn't think, I thought he was pretty good then, but I haven't been that impressed since he came back. He got, to me, he was down 0-2 to Maki Pitolo, got that submission late in the fight. And, Pitolo's not really that UFC caliber. And then in his next fight against Sam Alvey, I mean, he looked okay, but he's just throwing a right hand. I think Gregory Rodriguez is going to have way better striking than him, way crisper. I think Gregory Rodriguez is going to have the better wrestling. And you see Maki Pitolo take him down and hold him down for 2 rounds. That's sad because Gregory Rodriguez is a lot better than Maki Pitolo at wrestling. He's like a 3rd-degree black belt in jiu-jitsu too, Rodriguez is. Rodriguez showed great gas against Arman. What's that guy's name? Arman
Petrosian or
Petrosian. Dude, Petrosian to me would dust Julian Marquez.
Yeah,
I don't know if he would just dust him, but he would beat him, dude. He's got better striking and his grappling looks solid. And to me, Gregory Rodriguez, I thought he beat Petrosian. I thought he won the 1st and 3rd round. So
I thought so too. Yeah.
I know it's going to be close, and I know there's always that threat of is Gregory Rodriguez going to gas out in the 3rd, and then Marquez takes over and hits him with one of them rights. That's always possible, but I'm on Rodriguez, man. I'm on him by decision or even 2nd or 3rd round finish. I think he could submit Julian Marquez on the ground, and I think that's the way he go. But he can strike with him too. I think he's better everywhere than Marquez, to be honest. So yeah. I got Gregory Rodriguez.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. I'm just going to do something real quick. I already told you what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm. Get it in.
So yeah, if you want to talk about this fight for 30 more seconds, we'll be good.
Shoot, I'll look at these little chats. Effie likes Gregory. Kelly 0. Yeah. For sure, guys. James, he said Yanez by decision, good fight. Yanez outboxes him points in for over 2.5 rounds. Yeah, lands the harder shots for sure too.
Mm-hmm. There's no way that Rodriguez is 30 years old.
Right. Broke Bet said RoboCop versus Cuban Missile Crisis. This is the fight with the belt. It is too. I mean, I love the Cuban Missile Crisis, greatest nickname ever. But there ain't no way he's 30 years old. Like if he's 30, then I'm 28. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's see. These guys might. All right. He said, Saba said, Johnny quickly doing the over 2.5 parlays.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Effie Brazilian Obama is spot on. He is too. He looks like the tough Obama. Yep. Fight does go to decision. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a wild one. If you bet on this one, the fight to go to, you're going to be definitely holding your breath because these dudes hit hard. But man, they're both durable.
That's true. All right.
But Rodriguez is actually the last minute replacement. Marquez was supposed to fight somebody else.
Okay.
Who was it?
Let me look. I know.
Yeah, it was the only cancellation on the thing. It was Marquez versus somebody decent. They pulled out, and then Rodriguez came in. So that could hurt. That could hurt.
Wellington Turman.
Wellington T.
Wow, Welly T.
That's my boy Mikey's boy, man. My boy Mike, their chef from Vegas, man.
Yeah,
that's his boy. He loves Wellington Turman. He made a beef Wellington after Turman got knocked out.
Nice.
Or no, he won. Didn't Turman just beat somebody?
Turman beat Misha.
Oh yeah. And we was all on Misha that night.
I was all on Turman. Actually, I got one of those lucky Quint bets there. But I like Rodriguez to win too. Actually, I think they're both very similar in like fighting styles, but I just like Rodriguez in every other category. Like striking, I like him better. I like him better grappling. I like him better submissions. I like him better wrestling. Like anywhere you look at it, I like Rodriguez a little bit more. So you said it like perfectly though. I just don't see how Rodriguez. And it might turn out be a little bit closer because Rodriguez sometimes makes it closer than it really should be, like with the Turtle and even Petrosian. Even though I thought Rodriguez won that, but I think he's going to be able to outstrike Marquez. Marquez does have decent power, but his technical striking is not there. No. And if Rodriguez does want to go to the mat like he did with Petrosian, like Marquez isn't getting up. There's no way.
Right.
So I like Rodriguez here. I got him in a parlay with someone coming up here. It's my gut parlay of the week that I'll be sweating. So. All right, so Hobo Cop has the worst fight IQ. You think he has a really bad fight IQ? I don't know. I think he does okay fight IQ. Do you think he has bad fight IQ?
He gets in brawls when he don't need to.
Well, with
Iron Turtle and even with Petrosian a little bit. But man, he was out striking Petrosian. He had him hurt, dude. He's gonna. I think Gregory Rodriguez should be minus like 250 here. But if he is on short notice. And Marquez has a good gas tank, so that is definitely one thing to look at. But what's the line on that fight? Don't go the distance, because that's a pretty good bet. Yeah, somebody brought that up earlier. But
I think it'll go to the decision too. Okay, we'll go to probably like this probably is my fight of the night: Damir Uzmagulov versus Garam Kutaladze. Sorry, I can't say it.
Yeah, it is.
This is going to be really close. And my gut, mind you guys, my gut says Damir. I'm going to stick with my gut. I think he's going to have the better striking. On the mat, it's real close. But I just like the one thing that really like set me over the edge of picking Damir is Garam hasn't fought in almost 2 years. A year and a half. He's fought in about a year and a half and is coming off like a pretty. I don't know what his injury was, but wasn't it significant or pretty bad?
Thought he had like a knee injury or something like that.
So it's always tough, like when people come off of like injuries like that, especially if it's knees or anything crazy like that. And he's a good wrestler. He has good striking, and he beat Gamrot. I know I said that wrong in my predictions video. I meant to say he beat him, but it went the other way. But Damir's really good though too. Like he has really good wins. He beat Joel Alvarez. He beat Thiago Moises. I know it doesn't look good now because Moises has been kind of sucky, but this is going to be a really good fight. But I just think Damir's striking, that's the thing that keeps getting me. It's like if it's on the feet, I like Damir. If it's on the mat, it can go either way. So if you're on Garam, don't blame me one bit. He is a good underdog to back at like plus 170 or something right now, but it's going to be close, I think. So I got Damir though. My gut says Damir. I'm going to go with it.
Right. Yeah, dude, this is going to be a really good fight. So Garam, Mateus Gamrot, man, that fight was so close. Like, who knows? That could have went either way, definitely. Mm-hmm. But in this one, why I'm picking Ismagulov, which is tough because this is going to be a back and forth fight. But why I'm picking Ismagulov is because Ismagulov to me has better striking than Gamrot. Gamrot's got decent striking, but Ismagulov's got a nice jab. He's got nice striking, and he's going to have the wrestling advantage. Like he has just as good at wrestling and BJJ as Gamrot, I believe. So I think that when it's standing, it's going to be pretty even. Maybe even Garam, because he's going to land the harder shots. But even though Damir does hit hard and he's got really nice straight punches, Gamrot or Garam, man, he's throwing power leg kicks. He's throwing power punches. Like the dude's a savage and he don't stop. He really is a beast. But I just think that, and even when he was getting taken down by Gamrot, his scrambles were nice. He was constantly going for something. So. But I'm with you, man. That injury layoff, like if this was 3 months after the Gamrot fight, I'd probably be on Garam, and I could be proved wrong here, definitely. But I like Damir. Damir's freaking good, dude. The dude is good everywhere. He even with Alves, right? Joel Alvarez.
Joe
He
Alvarez,
took him
yeah.
down and stayed safe with his jiu-jitsu the whole time, was beating him up pretty good. So he actually threw a beating on Joel Alvarez too. But give me Damir Ismagulov by decision, but dude, it is going to be greasy. Like, because this fight, it ain't going to be no one-way traffic here. It's going to be, back and forth every round. So, yeah, man, I'm going to go with Damir. And I like Guram's team better, his training partners and stuff. True. I looked up Damir Ismagulov's team, and he doesn't really train with the best people. And Guram has a lot of good ones. But like I said, man, no injury, 3 months after Gamrot fight, this fight's set up. It'd probably be even money and it'd be a little different. But give me Ismagulov by decision.
What's up, Ron? She said most difficult pick on the card. I want to say that's probably true. Let's see. The Burns Usmangalov is gonna make my ass sweat this entire fight. Yep. Yes. Me too.
Whoever wins this fight's gonna be set up to be a really, really good prospect. I mean, they both are a little older. They're gonna be good.
Yeah, Josh said he thought Gamrot won his surgery, meniscus surgery. So that's left knee. So it's a pretty significant.
That dude's built different than anybody, dude. That dude is built like a fighter, dude. You see him against Gamrot, like his legs are just like pure freaking muscle, everything. Yeah, like that Guram, he's built. I believe, you ever seen that documentary? I only got to watch half of it so far at work. I'm gonna watch the other half tonight, but it's Guram built for war. Or built from war, I believe, dude. This dude's been fighting since he's like 4 years old. Like literally doing like legit punching in the face fights since he was like 10. With like doing all this shit. Yeah, dude. And he's a beast, man. This is gonna be a good fight. Like this is probably gonna be the best fight on the card, I would say.
Yeah, I think so too. I wish it was co-main event, but Guram fucked up his knee at a photo shoot.
That's crazy.
That's like Tony Ferguson there, almost fucking up his knee and like a.
He did fuck his knee up. Yeah, he did. Yeah, media obligations, man. Crazy. Could you imagine that? Yeah.
Yeah, no. Damir is minus 155. So yeah, he's going down right now. Which I get it. I really do. I got him at like minus 165 or something. There, but
it's gonna be a great fight. This is the fight I'm looking forward to most.
Yep. Let's see. Epi says he thinks Ismagulov will get a finish. Okay, maybe.
Good.
Because, the layoff, it could happen. Like, he might get gassed out a bit, something like that. Who knows? Let's see. Yeah, he's got a killer camp. He does. Let's see. Saba is half Georgian. He's pretty disappointed in the pronunciation from both gentlemen.
Kutaladze. Kutalizzi.
Kutaladze. Damn it.
He should have been mad about the Delice one, the Roman Delice. I don't know if I'm saying it.
I can say Delice. I just can't say Kutaledze. Kutaledze?
Right.
Sorry. I try my best. I really do. All right. We'll move on up here. I know we got to get going here. La 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 la. Okay. Joaquin Buckley versus Albert Jurajev. Oh, man. This is going to start a lot of wars, I'm sure. All right, I'm going with Buckley here. Man, I think he's the more athletic guy. I think he has the better striking. He's got more power, I think. Jurajev is going to have the better wrestling. Yes, I know this. But he's so hittable. In his last couple of fights, he got rocked a couple times. He didn't go down, though. I'll give him that. But he didn't look that great against Kopylov. That's his name?
Kopylov.
Yeah.
He did get dropped against him. He he got put down. Yeah.
So there you go. Like, I mean, Kopylov's not that great. Like, I think Buckley's he's better than Kopylov. Let's put it that way. And just the only way Jurajev's going to win is if he out wrestles Buckley. And I know Buckley tends to slow down after the second round a lot, but the first 2 rounds are going to be dangerous for Jurajev. And if Jurajev doesn't get his takedowns, like, it's going to be Buckley all day on the feet here. So I'm taking a chance at plus 175. I did put a 1-unit bet on him, but I'm just going to take a chance on him. I like Buckley. I don't think he's going to be like a champion by any means, but I think he's a solid guy. And he's still fairly young too. He's 28, so he has time. So I like Buckley here. I just see some red flags with Jurajev, and I think the line's a little too wide. If it was closer to a pick'em, I probably wouldn't bet this one.
Right. Yeah. No, man, I'm with you. I bet Joaquin Buckley too. I put 100. I got him at plus 180. Nice. I wasn't impressed with Jurajev either in his last fight. He got dropped by Kopylov. Kopylov's takedown defense is terrible. Like when he's on the ground, he doesn't even try to get up. So that was kind of easy when he would get him down because Kopylov's not all that great. But dude, Joaquin Buckley has good wrestling defense. He's going to be so much faster and stronger than Jurajev. And Jurajev looked tired in the third round against freaking Kopylov. Also, dude, Jurajev's 33 years old, and he's only fought 3 times in the last 4 years. So, and he hasn't been fighting nobody explosive and strong like Buckley, dude. And I don't understand why Buckley's that big of an underdog. You seen Jurajev, like I said, look terrible, like not great against Kopylov. I know anybody that had bet him was sweating balls, but Buckley, man, has looked pretty good in every single fight other than when DiCirico head kicked him. So, yeah. I don't understand why he's this big of an underdog. So I took the flyer too. I put 100 to win 180. And I really do think that if he's able to stop Jurajev's takedowns, like I think he'll be able to. And Jurajev looked like he gassed himself out a little bit in the last fight. Like Buckley's going to be faster and have way more output than Jurajev. And I think he's going to be able to, because if Kopylov hurt him and put him down, he couldn't even do nothing to Carl Robertson and then got choked out by him in the third round. Like he got choked out by a kickboxer. So obviously his ground and stuff's terrible, but Buckley ain't like that. He's got good wrestling defense. He's going to be explosive. I'm taking Buckley. I take him by like a second or third round knockout, maybe even the first round.
Yeah, no, I can see that. First or second round knockout. And if it doesn't get a knockout, then it's going to be hopefully Buckley has one of those rounds in his pocket there, because the third round might get a little dicey. But both guys fade. Mm-hmm. Like they both have their cardio just tends to fade after the second round. So it's going to be it's going to be close, I think. But I do like Buckley a lot here, though. Especially with a finish, though.
Right. Yep. That's what I'm on.
Jurajev fought in Abu Dhabi, so he has fought, or I can't read. Sorry, guys.
Might have got tired because it's hot there.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Great point. Ice. I think he said something about
Kamzat not knowing who Buckley. Yeah, that was funny. He goes, who the fuck? Who was that guy?
I ended up picking Jurajev, but man, the line's way off. That's what I think too. Like I mean, if you want to pick Jurajev as just like a pick, yeah, but betting wise,
especially at minus like 200, like at 225, you're kind of supposed to walk through, dude. You know what I mean? You're supposed to beat him like what, seven out of 10 times, or like a little. So it's like, yeah, but yeah, man, that's who I'm on. I'm on Buckley, man. I like that dog money.
Do you know in the first 11 fights, I don't think this has ever happened before. We are on the same page.
For all of them?
So far?
Holy shit.
I know, it's weird. But yeah. Moving on to the next. We got Tim Means versus Kevin Holland. I'll let you go for that one. Oh, wait. No, wait, it's my turn. It is my turn. I'm going to go Kevin Holland. I know in a lot of his fights, man, he makes it look a lot closer than it probably should. And you're like, man, this guy should be just walking through him. But he doesn't. But he does eventually get that knockout shot if he does. If it's one of those guys he should walk through. But man, his length and he's always going to be the guy with the bigger reach in this division, the welterweight. And this is the division he needs to be in, because he has a 6-inch reach advantage. He's going to be a touch taller. And Tim Means he's a good guy. Like he's a veteran. He's a solid guy everywhere, but he's not going to be the wrestler that is going to beat Kevin Holland. That's how you beat Kevin Holland, is to out wrestle him. Yeah. You saw in Oliveira's last fight, he tried. He did pretty good in the first round, but he got caught, and that's just what happened. So I think it's going to be kind of the same thing. I think Tim Means is going to try to go for some takedowns. He's not going to get it. I think Kevin Holland's going to stuff him. Kevin Holland does have better wrestling and grappling than he did in the past. He's been working on it, so I'm hoping he's only improved that as well. But I like Kevin Holland to get a knockout here, probably in the second or third round. I just don't see it any other way, to be honest. I know it might look close in the first, but I think Kevin Holland he'll make you realize, like, thank you, I put money on Kevin Holland for a reason, and that's why.
Right. Yeah, man. Here again, I'm gonna pick Kevin Holland because I do think that, he's a little younger. He's got that reach and all that, but it's going to be a dogfight, dude. Tim Means, if Kevin Holland doesn't knock him out, which Tim Means has only been knocked out, I believe, one time. Like he's been submitted at like maybe 2 or 3, but he's only been knocked out one time in 45 fights. And that was, who was that? It was more, Nico Price. Nico Price hit him with that weird shot. So I mean, I don't know if Kevin Holland's going to knock him out. Kevin Holland looked a little slower at 170. You know, he used to be the fast guy. He looked like Oliveira was getting off on him in the first round. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's going to be like Tim Means might be able to out wrestle Kevin Holland. Like Tim Means wrestling and his jiu-jitsu, he's a black belt too. Ain't bad, but I don't know. I'm still going to pick Kevin Holland. I think he's going to land hard shots. And I do think like, I wanted to bet. I was almost tempted to bet this fight going over because both dudes are super durable, like super tough. But then, excuse me, I also thought about it, and it's going to be a wild fight. Like both these dudes like to just go at it. They don't. There's not really no downtime, and even if they're grappling, they're going to be going back and forth, reversals, this and that. So, but give me Kevin Holland by a super tough decision, and I don't have any bets on this fight. I was looking at that over though because it was priced at like minus 130, 140, but no bets.
Yeah. Ron said that Kevin Holland threw the fight against Derek Brunson. I can see that because, dude, he got taken down so easily, but he didn't have to work on his wrestling until that fight. And
Range is here?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't even say.
Dude, I said, "What's up, Ranj?" and you didn't say anything. Where'd it go?
Well, admit. What's up, Ranj?
He's probably too busy laughing when I'm talking.
I know. Chat's got me going tonight, man. Chat's got me going.
Chat is on fire. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, mind you. Yep. And please hit that like button if you haven't already. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody in here. How many people we got in here right now? A couple?
Yeah, we got like 22, 23, 24.
Everybody hit that like button for us right now, man. Appreciate you.
For a non-pay-per-view, I'm cool with 20 or more. Let's go.
To listen to us
talk. 1.5
talk
is the safest play. I mean, yeah, it's pretty safe. Kyle Dawkins made Holland look like a chump. Yes. Even without the headbutt.
Right.
But we will go on to the next one, which is the co-main event. Donald Cerrone versus Joe Lauzon. Who do you got?
I am taking Joe Lauzon. I'm going to take Joe.
We almost had the same thing.
No, man. I love Donald Cerrone. I love both these guys, but Cerrone, man, he hasn't looked great in the last 4 or 5 years, and then he was fighting up at 170 for his last 3-4 fights or something like that, and now he's coming back down to 155. He just cut weight 3 weeks ago, did this. Now he's going to do it again. That can't help him. And not to say nothing bad, but dude, like even listening to him on Joe Rogan years ago, a long time, like 8 years ago, and to now, and even early in his career, you hear other people talk about it, dude. Like he's been drinking and stuff like his whole freaking life, his whole career. And eventually that's going to catch up on your body, your physical, your reflexes. Like, and plus he's older, he's been in all these fights and all that. And I just feel like his reflexes are slowed down and his chin's not what it used to be. And I love Cowboy Cerrone. Like he's one of my favorite fighters ever. Like I want to meet him and talk to him, but like capping a fight, man. And the thing is the way to get him, everybody's known his whole career, is you come out fast on him and you get him before he gets warmed up, before he gets in this rhythm. And that's exactly what Joe Lauzon does to people, man. Joe Lauzon was the first person to knock out Diego Sanchez, finish him. And he's good. He's got good power. You've seen him. He rocked Jonathan Pierce before he was able to finish him. So I think he comes out. He's going to be faster than Donald because he's a little smaller, but he's going to be faster. And I think that he gets all over Donald like real quick and gets like a club and sub. I don't know if he'll sub him, but gets like a TKO. We've seen even Alex Moreno. That's what he did the last time Cowboy fought. Got him out of there in like a minute 30 or something. McGregor got him out of there in like 30 seconds. Like that's the way to do it. And I think that's what's going to go on. But if that don't happen, then Cerrone will probably take over and finish Joe in that second round because Joe goes so hard, But I bet the under 2.5. I got that at minus 160. So I mixed the under 2.5 with the Jasmine Jurajev over, and I bet like 150 to get 210. So it's a nice little plus money parlay, and I really like that, man. I thought about these over unders long and hard before I put them in, and I thought I came up with some good ones this week, man.
No, you got some good ones. Like I said, I didn't even look at them this week. I was just strictly worrying about money line, and I'm like, but I might look at them now that you're making me.
it's take a gander, take a little
true.
Read some tea leaves. Ain't that what you say?
Yep. Yeah. I got Donald Cerrone here. And man, the main reason, and I'll tell you again, I said it before. Joe Lauzon hasn't fought in 2.5 years.
Right.
That is. And I know Cerrone hasn't looked good whatsoever in his last 5 fights, if you want to say, but 2.5 years is a lot of time, especially, I mean, he's 38 years old and Cerrone's 39. So this is just going to be a weird fight. Like, I wish this fight would have happened like 5 years ago, at least, or something like that. You know, I'm not like, I know it's a good fight for like the old, like the diehard MMA people, UFC guys have been following, you know, both these guys' careers, but I'm not like super pumped for this fight. But I do think Cerrone's going to be able to hold his own. Like, I know he doesn't have a great chin anymore. And it's going to be the first round for Lauzon or nothing. I don't think he's going to be able to finish him or do anything else after that. And I'm taking a stab, and like, I'm not touching this fight from a betting perspective at all. I do think if it goes to the mat, Cerrone is going to have good enough jiu-jitsu and wrestling. And then on the feet, I actually like Cerrone a little bit better. I think, but he doesn't have that chin anymore, so it's a little worrisome. So I'm taking I had flipped a coin literally like 3 weeks ago when this fight should have happened. And I'm like, all right, I'll go with Cerrone. So it's gonna be a close one. I think it's gonna go to a decision because I have this weird feeling like these guys are probably gonna retire at the end of this freaking fight.
One of them is for sure.
And then, or get cut, one of the two. So I think they're gonna go to decision. No one's gonna finish one another. They're not gonna do that. I think I saw in the chat the fix is in by somebody, and like I could totally see this fight being like between like those two guys. Like listen, like don't hit me too hard. I won't hit you too hard. It's gonna be.
I could see him being like, dude, let's go out here and put on a fucking war and get this. It's gonna be the last fight of our career. Let's get this bonus, because that's the type of dudes them dudes are, man. Lauzon and Cowboy, they ain't nice dudes. Like, you ever see the video of Joe Lauzon beating the shit out of his brother Dan in the yard, and his dad, like, dude, there's like, they must have like a backyard fight club. You have to YouTube it or something.
Okay.
And his dad's there, dude, and Joe Lauzon is beating the shit out of him. I mean, like legit punching him in the face, like in dude, that shit is crazy. You're gonna have to watch that. So yeah. And Joe, he has the perfect style for Cowboy, man. He really goes at it from the first second, trying to finish you in that first round. And that's been the kryptonite of Cowboy, man.
Yeah, very true, very true. Yeah, we'll get going here. I'm sorry I'm missing everyone's stuff. I know you guys are talking a lot, but we'll go to the main event. We got Calvin Kattar versus Josh Emmett. Did I say it right? Kattar, not Kattar.
Yeah, Kattar. Calvin Kattar.
All right. I believe it's my turn. I'm going to go with Kattar here. And I just think he's going to be the more technical boxer. He always pushes forward. He always just stays right in his opponent's faces. And he's tough as hell. Like, if you take 450 strikes in one fight, you're not going down. I just don't see it. I know Emmett hits like a truck. That's his puncher's chance of a fight, but Kattar can go 5 rounds and the cardio is still there. He probably could have went 10 rounds with Giga. And he made Giga look like a schoolboy. And it was like I was all over Giga. I'm like, dude, Giga's gonna just destroy this guy. No, it was the other way around. I'm like, bad pick. But I'm not saying it's gonna look like the Giga fight, but it's gonna like resemble it in a way, because I think he'll be able to either dodge or he's not gonna get knocked out by Emmett. I think he'll be able to avoid that most of the first couple rounds, and Emmett's gonna start slowing down as the rounds 3, 4, and 5, and Kattar's is going to keep pushing, and I think Kattar's is going to win Kattar's going to win probably by a decision. I don't see a knockout or anything because both guys are super tough, but that's what I'm going with.
Okay. I'll be brutally honest about this. All right. So I got my 4-fight Hail Mary parlay put in, and it has Ricardo, Ramos, Calvin Kattar, Dawkins, and Hawes. And I put that in before I watched tape, right? I still think Kattar's going to win, but I was going to put him in more parlays, and I still think he's going to win. But when I went back and watched more tape, when I watched Josh Emmett versus Shane Burgos fight, it kind of worried me, man, because I was thinking that, with Kattar having his height and reach advantage, that was going to be real good for him, which Kattar does have a better jab and he doesn't get in your face as much. But man, Josh Emmett was fighting good with Burgos and hitting him hard, dude. And that Burgos and Kattar got the same height, but Burgos got like 4 inches of reach even on Kattar. But it kind of worried me because it's like, man, and Josh Emmett looked great into the third round too. He was dropping Burgos in the third round. So I'm like, damn, I don't think I'm going to throw him in any more parlays because Josh Emmett's definitely live. But also he hurt his ACL in that fight. He even beat Burgos. Well, he blew his ACL in like the first 30 seconds. You can even see him do it and point down and be like, fuck. But so then when he came back, you know, he did and now he's 37. That was back when he was like 35. And then he had that knee surgery. So he was out for about 18 months before he came back and fought Ige. And he looked pretty good. He dropped him in the first round and looked great. And then kind of got beat in the second round. And the third round was pretty close. But, you know, I thought Emmett won it. But he didn't look as good as the Burgos fight. So sometimes he can be low output. It just depends what kind of fight. Like when he fought Michael Johnson, they both threw like 20 punches. And that's what really made me bet Kattar at first, was because like Michael Johnson was piecing up Emmett, wouldn't let him get on the inside. And that was the fight that I remembered when I put the bet in, you know, I'm like, man, Michael Johnson, like he couldn't even get in on him. I think he landed like 12 punches on Michael Johnson until he finally got that, you know, Michael Johnson, the worst fight IQ in MMA history, got knocked out with like 2 minutes left. But when I watched him fight Burgos, I'm like, man, he fought tough. He fought hard and he looked good in the third round. So I didn't put in any more parlays. I do got Calvin Kattar. I got him by decision, maybe even a fourth or fifth round finish. And I do have him in my my Hail Mary parlay, the 4-fighter one, but I didn't put him in anymore because Josh Emmett, man, this is another one where, like, when you pick people, I want to pick like Hawes versus Nguyen, where I know it's like for sure, you know, he's got all these advantages, and Kattar has really good boxing and stuff, but so does Emmett. So, and if his cardio holds up, this is going to be a freaking war, dude. Like from Kattar being minus like 240, 250, like he's not just going to walk through Emmett like that. I don't think he knocks him out. The only time Emmett's been finished was that crazy shot by Jeremy Stevens, which that's what he does. But yeah, man, I'm taking Kattar, and I do think he gets like a 5-round decision, but it's going to be a freaking war, dude, from the get-go. Like everybody like me that has a bet on Kattar, we're like, yeah, confident as shit. And then when that fight starts, Emmett starts throwing them freaking hammers, we're going to be like, fuck, man. Because Kattar, he hasn't been knocked out, but he hasn't been like Josh Emmett is the hardest power puncher in 145, in my opinion. So it's gonna Calvin Kattar, he's gonna have to watch his shit a little bit. But yeah, man, I still think he comes out with the win because in the fourth and fifth, he puts up such a pace, man. Like against Zabit, he got stronger and stronger as the fight went, was kicking Zabit's ass in the third. And if that would have been a 5-round fight, he'd have a win over Zabit. So yeah, give me Calvin Kattar in a tough ass back and forth fight, kind of like the Tim Means Kevin Holland fight. Give me Calvin Kattar by a decision or 4th or 5th round knockout, not like, you know, 100% on the knockout stuff.
True. Yeah, I was leaning like decision because Kattar. I mean, I always say Kattar is like he does have good power, but man, he just doesn't get the knockouts. Like he's good. Like I don't want to say he's a decision fighter, but he just doesn't have that like Emmett power, if you want to say.
Right.
So right. I'm not like I just think it's going to go to decision because Emmett's pretty tough, like you said. So.
He's got good stepping elbows though that he could catch Josh because Josh Emmett likes to run in throwing wild hooks, and Kattar, you know, he was even hitting Giga with it. He dropped Jeremy Stevens. He KO'd Jeremy Stevens with it, but he hit Giga with it a couple times too. And if I do see Calvin getting a stoppage, I see it on that or a long one too. Or he's got sick uppercuts too. Calvin Kattar's boxing is phenomenal. So like I said, I like him to win the fight, but it's just going to be a lot closer than I was picturing in my head at first. You know, when I bet him, I'm like, dude, I want to put him in every parlay. And then luckily I only put him in that one. But yeah, man, his boxing's phenomenal, dude. But he's going to eat some hard ass shots in this fight for sure. Like I would imagine if they go 5 rounds, I can't see him going 5 rounds with Emmett and not getting dropped one time. Dude, Josh Emmett has the most knockdowns in featherweight. He has like freaking 1 or 2 a fight. He dropped Burgos like 2-3 times. He dropped Mirsad Bektik with that jab, just a power jab, and then finished him. So it's going to be a tough fight, man. If his cardio holds up, dude, these dudes are going to be going to war deep into the 5th. And then it's that Texas, that judging, dude, terrible judging in Texas.
That's very true. All right. So, yeah, we forgot to mention Kattar is actually like 5 inches taller. I know I saw it in the chat.
Yeah, so. 5 inches, but 2 inches of reach.
True.
So, but that's what Burgos was. But Burgos comes forward more with his fucking hands down. Like
he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the striking defense as Kattar does, so.
Yeah. Somebody said that. Yeah. I guess we got time, like 2 minutes, if you want to go through the little chat, I guess, real quick before we take off. Sorry, it sucks to have to work on these damn nights, man.
I know. let's see. Burgos would be giving Emmett some good rounds. And someone mentioned that Burgos went in with Josh in camp. And
that's good.
Together, so
that's smart. That's smart.
Yep.
Emmett's still at Alpha Male, right?
Let me look. Emmett, yeah, Team Alpha Male.
Yep.
Let's see. Thanks for coming out, Nick and everybody. Let's see. Saba said that any ticket updates, Johnny, for Austin. Yeah, I'm actually going to be in Austin this weekend, and I'm hoping to score some like last second tickets like on StubHub or something like that.
Right.
And then just go like try to get cheaper tickets. And then
I wonder if you can go get them, right in front of the event. Right in front of the center.
I could even try that.
Do they scout? I've been to some UFCs, but do they scalp the tickets out front like they do for football games and stuff?
I don't know too much. I mean, I know we went to Columbus, but I didn't see anybody. We just went right in. So
right.
But yeah, that's what that's our plan. If we don't get like cheapish tickets and there's nothing great, like we're not gonna go, but we'll be there. We're hoping
it's a good card. If you go to that, dude, you're seeing a lot of good UFC fighters in this one, man. A lot of, I mean, even if some of the fights are kind of mismatched, it's still cool. You're seeing a lot of their roster.
Yep.
Good people.
Yeah, so that's the goal. Like, so we're gonna be gone early Saturday morning, and we're not gonna get back until like early morning on Wednesday. So I'm gonna try to put out the following week's thing before we go. So maybe like I'll probably schedule it to come out Sunday sometime. But man, if I don't, it'll be like maybe like a picks and bets video like on Wednesday sometime or something like that.
It's so hard to do this and work and go on a vacation because like I don't go on vacation that much, but like this year I've been on like 3 or 4 of them out of nowhere, like for my birthday and all that, man. And it just it's tough, dude, to do all this and try to do them on vacation. But man, get that out. People need your stuff early Sunday, bro.
Yeah, I'll try. If I don't, like I said, it'll be like a Wednesday picks and bets video. I'll just merge them together. It'll be like a super long video.
One of mine, man. Be one of mine.
It'll be like a 45-minute. Get ready. But all right, we'll let you go here because I know you gotta get to work. So thank you everybody for showing up. If you haven't, please subscribe to Blood Money and my channel as well. Make sure you hit that like button on this, and hope everybody enjoys the fights. Good luck on their bets. Thank you everybody. Like I said, coming out. Always love it. Love talking to you guys. Always the same crowd. Love the new people as well.
Yeah.
If I missed anybody, sorry, but I try to. Like, I'm not the greatest with the little things, so I'm trying my best. So,
right.
Yep. But yeah, hope everybody enjoys the fights this weekend and has a great time.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody. Broke bets, James and Avi, Jim and Amy, Nick, Saba, all you guys coming out. Dirty Reg, Ice Viking, the JMV Gamer, man. Appreciate all you guys coming to listen to us talk, man. It's a good time.
Yeah, so have fun at work and
Range too. There's Range. I forgot about Range. Appreciate you, man.
I know he said in his video he tries to come out in our live streams, but he has to like work early and stuff. So I appreciate you coming out. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead and leave. You okay? All right.
My thing just went nuts. I don't know what the heck just happened.
You're good. Well, we're gonna leave. How about that? All right.
Man. All right, my thing broke. I'll see you guys, man. See you guys all later.